Hi everyone, welcome to week 4 of our FCHS Fitness Challenge. I can't believe we're in week 4 already, but we are. We have just one more week of our daily videos here, but don't worry, I'm not leaving you guys out to dry. We'll still do our weekly videos posted on Mondays after our challenge is done. So there'll still be plenty of new things for you to try and do. But for today, for this last week of our daily videos, we're gonna keep doing what we've been doing for the last 22 days here. So our workout today is gonna focus on balance. I thought that would be a good one. I know a lot of people like to get that kind of exercise in. So we're gonna kind of boost up the difficulty level a little bit. We've been doing some balance exercises every week, either as its own thing or kind of thrown into some of our lower body strength training. But today what we're gonna try to do is hold each exercise for about a minute, okay? Which is gonna add a layer of challenge, okay? It's gonna fatigue those muscles a little bit, but we're gonna see how we do. So the equipment I have today, I have my handy dandy best friend of a chair here. You guys know I like that, especially if you've seen the other balance videos where I fall all over the place. And I also have a stack of books here for a few of our exercises. Okay, a step stool would work much better than a stack of books because it's a little sturdier, but mine is missing, so I'm using books instead. Gotta use those old college textbooks for something, right? They're pretty expensive, so they're gonna be my stool today. A stair would also work really well. And then that way you also have a banister. You don't have to keep moving a chair. You have your sturdy surface right there. Another thing that might be a good idea if it's available to you in your house, if it's logistically possible, is doing these exercises close to a wall, because we are going to be walking, we're going to be moving forward and back a little bit, and you're not going to be able to bring your chair with you on those exercises. So a wall is a little bit easier if you're worried about your balance there. All right, so that's enough talking from me. We're gonna get into our workout. All right, I may have an extra balance challenge of a rogue dog, so if you see him walking by trying to knock me down, I apologize in advance. He's sleeping right now, but I'm not sure how long that's gonna last now that I'm talking and moving. So we are going to start with just a single leg balance. We're gonna kind of start with our easier exercises, not easier, but ones that we've done before, our more familiar ones, to kind of warm up, and then we'll get a little bit into some ones we haven't tried. So we're gonna put our weight into that right foot, okay? We're gonna get nice and tall, hips level. We're gonna lift that left foot off the ground, and we're gonna hold this for up to a minute, okay? If you need to put that foot down, if you need to rest, as always, feel free, okay? We're gonna try to up the intensity a little bit by just upping the time. Sometimes that's an easy way to get some extra work in. Whoop. Starting early today. All right, we're about halfway through. Okay, 30 seconds on the nose. Then you guys already know what's coming next. We're gonna go right into that left foot after this one, after this right one. Keep that core engaged. Use that middle. 5 more seconds here. 2 and 1. All right, put that left foot down. You can shake out that ankle if you need to on that right foot. We're gonna position ourselves, get those hips level again. All right, directly below the shoulders. We don't wanna tilt when we bring that foot up, so get yourself nice and tall. We're gonna lift that right foot. And I saw my hips shift. I don't know if you guys noticed that. You want to try to keep them level, all right? You don't want to sway too much to any one side. That helps us keep our balance. We're about 10 seconds in, a little bit more. Up on about 20 more seconds on this foot. Might be easier, might be harder than the other foot. I can't tell for me yet. Feel like I'm sweating more, but I haven't fallen yet like I did the last time. We're gonna do 5 more seconds. And put both feet down. All right, shake out those legs. give them a bit of a chance to recover here. All right, our next one, we're gonna ground in that left foot again. Actually, no, let's do the right foot because you were just on this one. Gonna ground in that right foot. We're gonna tap the left heel forward and the left toe back, okay? And we're gonna do this for a minute. And these first couple exercises are kind of gearing us up for what's gonna come later. So it's a bit of a warm up. Just tapping the heel, tapping the toe. Might get a little work in that right quad. Feel those glutes, that side kick in to keep you nice and balanced here. Let's go for about 10 more seconds on this side. And bring that left foot back next to the right one. And we're gonna do the same thing for the right foot. So we're gonna ground ourselves on the left foot now. We're gonna tap the right heel forward and toe backwards. Forgetting what I'm doing. Heel forward, toe backwards. Heel forward, toe backwards. All right. I'm just so excited to balance. I don't even know the workout. Got about 20 seconds. Five more seconds, almost there. Not that I'm counting it down. All right, bring those feet back together. Our next one, we're not gonna get on our step yet. We're just gonna actually get your sturdy object. We're gonna come up, raise up on those toes, and we're gonna hold this. We're gonna try for a minute. Those calves are gonna get tired. So if you need to drop down, take a rest, and come back up, that's okay. All right, this is building some muscle at the same time. It usually helps to kind of focus on a point just a little ahead and down. We keep our gaze in one spot. That can help us keep our body in one spot. Ooh, maybe not. Bad timing for that one. Okay, about 30 more seconds. Ooh, getting tired. All right, just 10 more seconds here. Almost there. And we're gonna bring those feet down. Okay. Give those legs a bit of a rest. I'm gonna show you guys the next one and then we'll get into it. So we're gonna do a tightrope walk. And if you did our balance video a couple weeks ago, we did something very similar where we put the back heel against the toe and we tried to hold this. Now we're gonna move a little bit with it. So it's still an option to just hold, to hold like this if you're uncomfortable moving, if you don't have a wall that you can't balance on, you only have your chair. You're welcome to do that. I'll tell you at 30 seconds so you can switch the feet. If you're gonna try to walk with me here, we're gonna go heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, and then we're gonna reverse. Toe to heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. Okay, so we're gonna walk forward and back for a minute. All right, it's gonna be lots of fun. So you You can walk the length of your room. You can walk, 3 steps forward, 3 steps back, however you feel works for you. All right, we're gonna get started here right now. So we're gonna walk forward. Okay, like we're on a tightrope. Then we're gonna walk backwards. That backwards could be a little tricky because we're not used to walking that way for the most part, right? Let's go forward again. If you're following me, if you're doing your own thing, go ahead, do your own thing. Okay. If you're doing our holds, you can switch and bring that back foot behind you. We're about halfway through this exercise. If you're walking, you got a little more time. About 20 seconds to be exact. Okay. All right, even out those feet, take a break. That was very good, good job. Can't see you, but I know you did a good job. Hopefully no one fell. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna go kind of back to that balancing on one foot. So if you've done yoga, you're probably very familiar with what we're about to do next. If you haven't, we're gonna have 2 options for this one as well. You can either, we're gonna do kind of a single leg deadlift is what we call it, with more of like a weight training focus. In yoga, it's warrior 3. But we're gonna stabilize on the one leg. So I'd lift my right foot off the ground, I'd get stable here, and then I'm gonna kick it behind me and bring my torso parallel to the ground. So you can kind of change the depth that you go to the ground at. Maybe you're up here, maybe you just bring that foot back in balance. Maybe you are more parallel to the floor. Okay, you can hold this for the minute, or we can do repetitions for the minute. The choice is yours. Okay, both are going to challenge your balance. The repetitions, you're going to be having to stay balanced as you're moving, so that might be a little trickier. But the holding also challenges your muscles pretty significantly, as we learned with our calf raises. So do whatever you're feeling today, okay? But both of those options are really good for our balance. So if you want to try one way today, another way tomorrow, feel free. All right, so let's get into this. I have my handy dandy table over here. You guys can't see it, it's out of shot, but I'm going to line myself up with it in case I need it. I'm gonna start with my right foot planted first, okay? So I'm gonna shift my weight into that right leg. This left foot's gonna come up off the ground. Gonna catch my balance here. I'm gonna feel stable here. Then I'm gonna slowly extend this leg behind me and kind of find where that balance is today. This is my bad side. I have a feeling I'm not gonna get much lower than this, but we'll see how it goes. And I'm gonna try to hold for a minute. I might switch to repetitions halfway through, we'll see. So we're trying to hold. And maybe once we get the balance, maybe we can lower a little bit more. All right, we don't want to be any more than parallel though. We want this nice flat back. We don't want to be hunched over. Nice and flat, keep that core strong. Okay. I'm gonna add a repetition component just to kind of give my hip a little bit of a release. All right. Ooh. Very nice and slow. If you're doing repetitions, if you're adding a layer of movement, make sure you have your balance in one kind of position before you move to that other. Okay. I'm gonna go for about 5 more seconds here. And bring that left foot down, shake out that right leg. Now we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So we're gonna balance in that left leg. We're gonna bring that right foot up, get the balance here, and kick that right foot out behind. lower down. Remember to breathe. A lot of us forget to do that. Just keep that air coming in and going out. Nice deep breaths. About halfway. I'm gonna add just some repetitions. For me, it's more challenging to balance when I'm moving. So it's a good way for me to get some extra work in here. All right, you can lower that right foot down. We're almost there. We have 2 more exercises, but it'll feel like 3 more things. So, in the beginning of our video, we did a heel forward, a toe back. You know, one of these days I'll get that. Heel forward, toe back. We're gonna do a similar movement now. This was another one we've done in a prior video. We're gonna bring this foot back. You have 2 options. We can lunge back, or we can just walk back, extend that stance. And we're then gonna bring this knee forward and come up, okay? So we're going back and up. Back and up. All right, we want to go nice and slow. We really want to get that balance in more than that cardio right now. Okay. We want to be able to do this properly. I'm going to go for about 15 more seconds on this side. Ooh. And put that foot down, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. And now I get to face my sleeping dog, who's like up on his back, like doesn't have a care in the world while we're all exercising. This brat, I'm telling you. All right, we're going to get that balance in the right leg. We're going to bring that left foot back, and we're going to bring that knee up, okay? Left foot back, knee up. You can go as deep as you want on this back extension and bring that knee up. Okay, so sometimes it can help to kind of go slowly into it, right? Maybe by the end of this minute you are lunging backwards, but do what's right for you and your body, okay? Doesn't help to hurt our knees when we're doing balance work, right? We want to keep those joints healthy. We want to do what we have to do to keep them stable and working with us. This dog, I should wake him up. He should have to balance with us. Let's go 10 more seconds. All right, bring that foot down. We have 1 more that we're gonna do here. Get your chair. All right, we're gonna use our step if we have one, or our stool, step stool, not a stool, step stool, stair, stack of books if you have a really big book. All right, we're gonna come up on that, and the heels are going to be off of it, okay? So only my toes are really, the balls of my feet and the toes are on my book stack right now, okay? I'm gonna lower those heels down to the floor. And I'm gonna come up on the toes. And I'm gonna lower back. Whoop! Slippery book. This is why we don't use books. I wish I could blame the book. That was actually me. Alright, go nice and slow. Oh, here you go. He's like, what are you doing? Oh, now we have an itch. All right, we're almost there. Let's go for one more time here, one more repetition. Bring those feet down. Step off your little elevated thing that you're using. Oh, now we're just going to sleep on the couch. Look at him. He didn't want to balance with us. He came at the most convenient time because now we're just going to do some stretches. So let's kind of stick with our balance. Let's do a quad stretch here. Let's bring that heel up and stretch that front of the leg. That'll help kind of release some of those muscles we were doing in that step back, knee up forward kind of deal. All right, nice stretch. It's a weekend. Want to be nice and relaxed when we go into the week. Okay, let's go and do the other side. Okay, and since I have my chair here, I'm gonna do a couple stretches from my chair, mostly so you guys can see me. All right, we're gonna do a hamstring stretch. So we're gonna extend that toe out. We're just gonna reach down towards the toe. You'll feel a nice stretch in the back of the leg. Okay, we can also do this sitting on the floor and just reaching for our feet or just doing a toe touch from a standing position. Okay, it's nice to mix it up sometimes though. And we're gonna bring that leg back. We'll extend the left leg out, reach towards that one. And then we'll come up. Let's bring this ankle, cross it over the knee like our figure 4 stretch. This is a good option for those of us who do have trouble doing this on the floor. Right? This gives us a little more breathing room, I guess, than having that crunched up hip when it's not quite flexible enough to be like that, okay? If this feels good, you can lean forward, add a little extra in there. Just, again, make sure that back is straight. We're not bending over, we're hinging. We're hinging over that knee. And you can press gently down on that knee to get a little more depth. Mine isn't gonna move. Maybe on the left leg, maybe you'll see what I mean. All right, we're gonna come up. We'll do that same thing on the other side here. So we're gonna cross that left ankle over the right knee. Get that stretch in. Right, if you wanna hinge forward over it for a deeper stretch. Okay, you can press down. That one doesn't really wanna move either. All right, and we're just gonna bring those feet out. We're just gonna point the feet and bring them back to us. Just stretch out some of that shin and ankle and calf, those little muscles. Might hear some cracking. All right, wave them back and forth. Do some circles if that feels good. Reverse your circles. All right. And you put both feet back on the ground where we like them. And hopefully that was a good workout to kind of challenge that balance a little bit more. All right, we got to keep mixing it up, keep making it difficult for ourselves when we get used to one thing. All right, and I am excited to do this last week of videos with you all. Stay tuned for tomorrow and we'll do another one. We'll have some fun again. All right, bye.